Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to bead weave this ring shape that also bears a resemblance to a flower. You can see how it looks on the back. I've taken this one element and turned it into an earring. You can go ahead and link them together and turn them into a bracelet or a necklace, or do whatever you like. And I actually came about this design while trying to do another design, and the beads kind of led the way, and this is what the end result was. So it's a good lesson to follow is when your beads tell you to do something, follow it and see what happens. For this particular project, you're going to need 6 size 4mm Czech press glass beads, or you can use another type of bead if you like, but the 4mm is important. Then you'll also need 6 3mm beads. I have some seed beads. These are size 10-0. These happen to be my Yuki Delicas. I like their shape to play off the shape of the Czech glass. And then in terms of tools, I have a thread zapper, a pair of scissors, a size 10 beading needle, and then I've also got myself some Wildfire thread. To start, you're going to want to cut yourself about a yard of your Wildfire thread, so about 3 feet. And I'm just guesstimating. I'm not going to need this much, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to take a stopper bead. A stopper bead is just a random bead that's another color that you're going to use as a place setter to hold your thread. You're going to remove it in the end, so don't worry about its color. There you go, just tie it on. And it's going to stay there. It's going to stay put until you want it to be removed. I'm going to go to my other end. I'm going to thread my needle. And for me, I like to pull the thread so that it's doubled and that I don't have that much to work with. So I go almost all the way to my stopper bead. So to start, I'm going to put one seed bead onto my thread, one of my 4mm beads, another seed bead, 4mm, seed bead, 4mm, seed bead, 4mm, seed bead, 4mm, seed bead, whoops, just one seed bead. Scoot these down when they get to be too much for your needle, and finally, my final 4mm bead. Pull those down to the base until they reach the stopper bead. Now what I want to do is I want to go back up through the first bead I strung. And I'm going to try to hold that bead down by the stopper bead. Pull my needle through and make a ring. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place 4 more seed beads onto my needle. And now I'm going to pass over, so I'm not going to go through the 4mm bead, I'm going to pass over it, but I'm going to go through the very next seed bead. And you can see that made almost like a little petal shape. I'm going to repeat the same action, so 4 more beads, 3, 4, skip over the 4mm bead and go through the seed bead, which is between your 4mm beads. I'm going to check my tension as I go, just make sure that these beads are staying nice and near that stop bead. I don't want my beading to be too loose. You can probably guess what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to do 4 more beads, 4 more seed beads I should say. Go through the seed bead between the 4mm. I'm going to do this all the way around. When you get to the end, go ahead and go back through that original bead that you first strung and pull through. Now this is actually a cute little flower shape right now. You could leave it as is, or you can proceed on to the next step, and the next step is actually going to be the same step you just did. So you're going to do 4 more beads onto your needle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, go through that middle seed bead between your 4mm beads. And we're making, you can see we're making almost like a double petal. I'm going to go all the way around doing the exact same process. When you get to the last one, again, go through that original bead And this is why I used the size 10-0 seed beads, because I wanted a hole inside of them that was going to be large enough to do all these pass-throughs. Okay, so this is what we've got at this point. You'll see we have a double row, like a double petal, on each of the 4mm beads. So, and I'm coming out of that original seed bead. Now what I want to do is I want to go through one of the 4mm, the one closest. So this is technically the first 4mm I strung. Okay, after I've done that, I'm going to pick up one of my 3mm beads, and now I'm just going to go down through the next 4mm. You can see my tail keeps getting in my way. I'm just kind of working it so that it doesn't. I can even hold it with my fingers. Make sure that see how that twisted? You just want to make sure it doesn't twist like that. If it does, just help it out. There we go. And I'm just going to go all the way around, adding a 3mm to go in between my 4mm. Final one. So now that that one's added, we've actually completed our round. And then you'll just tie off your thread. You'll go back, you'll remove your bead stop and tie off that thread as well. We actually have another video from Beadaholique which will show you how to add in and tie off threads, and you'll be using your thread zapper for that. So there's the finished round, and this is what it looks like on the back side. So identical to the one in the sample. And then for this earring, all I did was I took a 4mm jump ring, I connected it to this ornate brass connector link, and then up at the top I just added an earring hook and actually put a little extra seed bead on there just to help make the bottom match the top. And that's all there is to it. I hope you had fun learning how to do this quick and easy bead weaving technique.